Dear students, in today's video, we are going to study what is median of the triangle, then what is centroid, property of medians of a right angle triangle, and at last we are going to prove the length of the median on the hypotenuse of right angle triangle is half the length of the hypotenuse. So let us study first median of a triangle. Now definition of the median is a segment joining the vertex of the triangle and midpoint of the opposite side is called as median of a triangle. Now in triangle ABC, the vertex from vertex A, a segment joining the vertex A and midpoint on the opposite side. D is the midpoint of BC. So here AD is the median of a triangle. So in all, in a triangle ABC, there are three medians. A triangle has three medians. So here AD, then BE is the midpoint of AC, and CF are three medians of a triangle ABC. Now the medians of a triangle are concurrent. Concurrent means the medians meet, all three medians meet in one point. So they are concurrent, and the point of concurrence of a median is called as centroid. So point of concurrence, point of intersection of all three medians is called as centroid. So G is the centroid. Here G is the centroid of triangle ABC. Now what is the property of centroid? This centroid divides the median in ratio 2:1. Here AG, these are two parts and this is one part. So the point of concurrence of a median of a triangle, that is centroid, divides each median in ratio 2:1. Now we'll see in a right angle triangle the property of median drawn on hypotenuse of right angle triangle. In a triangle ABC, angle B is 90 degree, segment BD is the median. Segment BD is the median on hypotenuse AC. Then the length of the median, this length of the median is half the length of the AC. Here D is the midpoint, so AD is also 1/2 AC. DC is also 1/2 AC, and length of hypotenuse BD is also 1/2 times the length of the hypotenuse. Here as D is the midpoint, so AD is also 1/2 the length of the hypotenuse, and DC is also 1/2 the length of the hypotenuse. And our property of the median is the length of the median on hypotenuse is half the length of the hypotenuse. So now statement of the theorem. In a right angle triangle, the length of the median on the hypotenuse is half the length of the hypotenuse. So there are two parts given in this statement. First is given part and second is to prove. So given part is a right angle triangle. So let us consider a right angle triangle ABC, and in triangle ABC, major angle ABCB is 90 degree and segment BD is the median on hypotenuse AC. So this is the given part. What we have to prove? That length of the median on hypotenuse is BD, length of BD is half the length of the AC. We have to prove. Now for this purpose we have to do one construction. Take a point E on ray BD such that BD is equal to D. Length BD and length D are equal, B dash D dash E, and draw join this AC. Join AC. Now proof of the theorem. Let us consider in triangle ABD. In triangle in triangle ABD and triangle ECD, in triangle ECD. In these two triangles, here side AD is congruent to DC, side AP, AD segment AD is congruent to segment DC, which is given as D is the midpoint of AC. Then angle ADB is congruent to angle EDC. Angle ADB is congruent to angle EDC. This angle is congruent to this angle. These are vertically opposite angles. So vertically opposite angles are congruent. Vertically opposite angle are congruent. Then segment BD is congruent to segment ED by construction. Segment ED by construction we have by construction. Therefore, triangle ABD is congruent to triangle EDC by side angle side test. Side angle included angle and side test. Now these two triangles are congruent. So corresponding sides of triangle are also congruent and corresponding angles are also congruent. Therefore, segment AB is congruent to segment EC, corresponding side of, give you a number 1, corresponding side of congruent triangle. Therefore, angle BAD is congruent to angle ECD. Angle ECD, corresponding angle of congruent triangle. But these two angles are alternate angle, that is angle BAC is congruent to angle ECA. These two angles are alternate angles, so by alternate angle test, AC is the transversal. Considering AC as a transversal, by alternate angle test, line AB is parallel to line EC. Line EB is parallel to line EC. So these two lines are parallel. Therefore, and line BC is transversal. Line BC is transversal. Therefore, angle ABC plus angle ECB is equal to 180 degree. These are sum of interior angles. Interior angles is 180 degree. But angle ABC is how much? 90. Angle ABC is given 90 degree. Therefore, angle ECB is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, angle ECB is equal to 180 degree minus 90, which is also 90 degree. So, angle ABC and angle ECB is also 90 degree. Therefore, angle ABC is equal to angle ECB is equal to 90 degree. Number second. Now, in triangle ABC and triangle ECB. Now, in triangle ABC and triangle ECB. Triangle ECB, segment AB is congruent to segment EC. By first, in first statement we have proved it. This segment AB is congruent to EC. Angle ABC is congruent to angle ECB. Angle ABC is congruent to angle ECB from second. And segment BC is congruent to segment BC. Segment BC is congruent to segment BC, that is common. Therefore, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ECB by side test of congruence. Once the triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ECB, therefore its corresponding sides are also congruent. Therefore, segment AC is congruent to segment EB, corresponding side of congruent triangle. Therefore, AC is equal to EB, but BD is half EB. We have done the construction. This BD and ED were equal, so BD is half the length of EB by construction. But by construction, BD is 1/2 EB. Therefore, EB is equal to AC. Therefore, BD is equal to 1/2 AC. Hence, we have proved the theorem.